If there was one thing I used to believe, is that when they say you should be very serious with your life, it means you should be buried into your work, be buried into your studies. Don't laugh, don't smile, don't hang out, don't have fun with people, don't do any of those things. Those were basically the elements or the characteristics of somebody who was very serious. But the truth is that all those things do not make you a serious person. Burying yourself in your work every single day, 24/7, into something that is unproductive does not make you a serious person. Not smiling with others or keeping to yourself or being mysterious in some kind of way, none of those things help you in becoming a serious person or makes you take your life very seriously. It's just you having some kind of personality disorder, and that is to yourself. Now, in this video, I am going to be sharing with you some of the few tips that I have learned from chapter 4 of the book, The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, on how you can take your life seriously. So let's get right into the video. Now, the first thing I learned is that you have to surround yourself with high quality. That is, you need to move from being average to surrounding yourself with people, with things that had quality or value to your life. So when you want to make or you want to start taking your life seriously, that means you are fed up being below. You want to move from that point that you are to another point that is higher than the one that you are in right now. So that means you have to mingle with things and people that will provide you with that coverage, that will give you that wings to get to that very particular point. So places that you go, things that you eat, things that you buy, discussions that you have, discussions that you listen to, they have to be high quality so that they can be embedded into your life, so that they can help you grow. So surround yourself with high quality. And when it comes to buying things, we're not even talking about expensive things, because many of us, we can't even afford expensive things. I can't afford expensive things though. But anything that you know that this thing, if I buy it, regardless of the price, is going to add value to my life. This person, if I move with this person, it doesn't matter whether the person is rich or not. Like this level, many of us, we don't even have rich friends. Like I don't have rich friends or friends that are from wealthy home, but I have friends that are valued friends. Right? So when you want to move with people, you look at them. This person, if I move with this person, does it have the value that the person will have to my life? Do I also have the value that I can give? You get? And so everything doesn't have to be about money and being wealthy and being everything. As long as they can make you grow, those are high valued persons, or those are high valued things. So surround yourself with those things. Surround yourself around discussions. Leave discussions about women and men and relationships if they don't add value to your life, if they don't add any substance to your journey right now. So that's the first thing. Tip 2 is for you to build around your 4 interior empires, and they include your mindset, your health set, your soul set, and your heart set. Now, when they say you should build around this thing, because these are the things that make you up, right? They are the things that you live with. Your mindset, you have to build around your mindset. When they say you should build your mindset, that means take your mindset from that average level that it is into something. So basically, there are some things that you believe about that particular goal that would not help you unless you trash them away. Okay, so you want to build your mindset. So this concerns your psychology, your thoughts, your beliefs. You want to cultivate a strong, disciplined, and positive mental framework. Okay, so it's not just about trashing unnecessary belief that will not help you in becoming serious. It is also developing a mental positive framework to help you on your way. And the next one is your heart set, and this is your emotional life. You want to take care of your emotional life, and you want to heal past hurts, right? You want to heal past some of the trauma, some of the pain that you went through, some of the losses that you went through, either pursuing life or something else specifically, and that you are trying to get back into. So you want to heal that aspect. You want to develop compassion, as we're taught here, and you want to practice the act of gratitude. Because if you're trying to take your life very seriously, that means you're going to come in contact with people that are supposed to help you, or who are going to help you. So you don't want to prove to be too much, or prove to be ingratitude, or you want to prove as if you want to learn more than the master, you want to show the master that you know more than the master. Those kind of stuff, you want to get them away. And you also want to have emotional balance too. So just ensure that the whole of your heart is in place while you are on this journey. And the next one is your health set, your physical well-being. Many of us, we don't even take care of our physical well-being. I'm guilty of that. Okay, I don't even exercise, but I do exercise. Okay, let's say 20 minutes every day from Monday to Wednesday, and that's because I'm used to trekking early in the morning when I'm going to school. So if I don't find like a transport that could take me where I'm going to, I would have to trek it, and most times I do trek it. So that is exercise. But if you want to live long, you need to live long, right? You want to take your life seriously because you want to get something at the end of it. So you have to live long, and one of the ways you can live long is by taking care of your health physically. The things you eat. So you have to exercise, you have to gain enough energy, you want to stay away from things that can also drain your energy mentally and physically. Your nutrition, you want to take care of your sleep. I won't recommend that you sleep for 8 hours or more than that or less. Just ensure that you sleep in a minimal way. At least 5 to 6 hours should be okay for you to sleep. Don't drain yourself of sleep. If you're sleep deprived, you will become a zombie. Anyway, so you want to treat your body well. The same way that you would want any other person to treat your body is the same way you should treat your body. And then the last one is your soul set that you need to improve on. And this contains your spiritual life and your higher self. So it doesn't necessarily have to deal with maybe religion. Okay, it just means that you have to connect with your inner purpose. You have to connect with the meaning and the value that your life has to offer. I think that is where meditation comes in sometimes. So you want to sit down, you want to go through your thoughts, you want to just have this inner peace to yourself where you can think, where you don't have any distractions from social media or from anybody. It's just like you and yourself. There's no way you want to believe. When you're in that kind of state, there has to be something like a higher self that you want to connect with, that you want to touch with. So you want to connect that with so that it can keep you stable. And like I said earlier, it doesn't necessarily have to be about religion. So it's just feeding your soul so you can live a life of contribution and not just consumption. So that is like the whole thing about that very aspect. And then the third one I learned is that you want to go back to being a child. You want to go back to being a child. You see, many of us, we are not living our lives seriously because we are living it based on the opinions of others. Gone were the days when you were a child and you were, carefree. You want to try the latest things. You basically, it's just you see things from your lens, like from your perspective, and you try to live your life as a child based on that. But the moment now that we are developing into adults, that you are now an adult, you care about a lot of things. We care about a lot of things. So you want to go back to that very aspect, right? You want to remove that part of you or cancel that part of you that is always looking for others' validation. Because if you are living your life based on others' validation, you are not taking the life seriously. You are just joking with the life and you are driving it. It's like the people you are looking for their validations, they are driving a truck, they are driving trailer. You are driving a car. So you are going towards them, and if a trailer and a truck, if they meet, and they collide, do you know what's going to happen? Exactly. The car gets ruined. Everything just go bam, and then there's an accident. And the person who is going to get affected the most is you and your car. So if you want to take your life seriously, you have to stop listening to the opinions of others regarding how you should live your life all the time. You should also be able to decipher when their opinions are valid and when they are not valid, okay? Good. So go back to that person, go back to that carefree moment, put an end to that circle of limitation that you have put on yourself ever since you became an adult. Go back to being that very aspect. Now, another way you can take your life seriously is for you to accept that pain is part of life. You see, there are some times that we are going to face certain situations that will hold us back. Many people are not proceeding on their dreams right now. Many people are not carrying out their plans the way they intended to because something catastrophic or something unexpected happened to them, and they don't have the courage to want to go on, or they just don't see the reason to want to do it anymore. Right? Most especially if it is unexpected. But the thing is that once you accept that pain is part of the process, okay, it might not be about the loss of somebody, or let's just limit it right now to you on a journey. Let's say you being a student, right? Every time it might not be success for you. It's not every time you might be getting the A's and the A's and the A's. There's sometimes that it's just going to be average, sometimes it's just going to be bad, sometimes it's just going to be. So once you prepare your mind that this journey you want to embark on, this journey that you are on, things are going to come, challenges are going to come, and it is not weird, it's not strange, it's part of life. You will be able to bounce back after some time when things go the opposite. Now, here is what I noted from this chapter about this. It said, accept that pain is part of life and that tragedy is nature's great purifier. Now, when tragedy strikes, it could be loss, failure, betrayal, or disappointment, we go through this period of hardship physically, mentally, or even both. Now, but then it burns away the unnecessary things in our life. It stripes us down to what really matters, our values, relationships, and purpose. Do you watch all these kinds of Bollywood movies back then where the male lead does, maybe male lead has a female lead that is so much in love with, and all of a sudden the female lead is attacked or killed, or something happened and he loses her, and then he goes back, maybe like, let's say for like a few months he's down, he's drinking, he can't move, his enemies are about to attack, but all of a sudden he's just going to get the courage to want to fight back. Exactly. So that pain brought in something in him that we really didn't see, or we the viewers really did not expect, or we did not even know that he would be able to do that right from the beginning of the movie. Exactly. When we go through pains like that, when we come back, we make a comeback, we are better than we were before. And that's because we are now more sharper, we know what we want to do, and we are very determined that, okay, fine, I've faced it. Anything that will come in after this, let it come. Let anything that wants to come, let it come. I'm not scared anymore. No, we have this, it brings this different side to us, this different perspective to us. Exactly. So there's this kind of transformation that it brings. Think of it like fire, which destroys but also purifies metal into its strongest form. Tragedy forces us to grow into stronger, wiser, and more authentic versions of ourselves. So that is that. Now, another tip is for you to put in the work right now. And there is a quote from the chapter. It says, one who sweats more in training bleeds less in war. Now, there was one particular thing I used to do when I was in secondary school, and that was denying myself the pleasure of watching television. I didn't have a phone, like a permanent phone. The phones I had, I didn't even use them up to like a month before they either got spoiled or somebody collected it from me because they wanted to use it, because they were the adult in the family and I was simply a child who had no reason to use a phone at that very moment. So even though I knew that my mom's phone had movies I could watch, and back then I had a lot of Barbie cartoons, Disney movies right there that I could watch through the DVD, I denied myself the pleasure of watching those things. I did watch them, but there was like a limit to watching them. 8 p.m. I knew I was supposed to start reading from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. So during those moments, it was either I would tell my siblings to turn off the television, or I go inside and lock the door. All right, I will tell them, if you guys want to watch the television, you guys can watch the television, but lower the volume. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. So they will lower the volume and they'll just be watching the screen so that I could focus inside. And the reason why I was doing that was because I said, well, why should I spend that moment going through watching movies when I know that if I can face my studies right now, when I get a phone in the university and I can watch all these things I want to watch. That thing really helped me a lot. And now I have a phone. I even have a laptop. Like, literally, if there's any movie, or if there was any movie I didn't watch back then, I could watch it right now. All I just need to do is to go online, search for the movie, and download it. There was one particular one I even watched 10 years ago. It was a K-drama, Can You Hear My Heart? I went online to search for that movie, and I still saw the movie right there online. So, exactly. I had to put those things aside and put in the work back then, because I believe that if I could put in the work and I could get my desired results, every other thing else were secondary, and I could get those secondary stuff later. They were not running anywhere. So basically, you have to put in the work. Do the hard work now. Push away things that you can easily get to enjoy in the next few years, right? They're not running away. You can get to enjoy them. So focus on this one thing that if you do not do it now, doing those things again in the next 10 to 15 years when everybody else has already gone forward, it's going to be strange. And if people that you're supposed to start with today now are started before you, and you are joining them in the next 15 years, do you think you're going to be in the same level with them? Now, you won't be in the same level. So put in the work, discipline yourself, train as if you might be killed in the war if you're not equipped. So you want to be equipped, even down to studies. down to reading for examinations, everything. You want to put in the work right now. So putting in the work also does not mean that you have to bury yourself 24/7, that you won't step out. You know, I said at the beginning of this video that that's not you taking your life seriously, okay? But know when to arrange your time, schedule your own time, fix things the way they are supposed to be. Short-term discipline equals long-term ease. The pain of preparation today will save you from the pain of regret tomorrow, because it's just expensive. The pain of regret is very, very expensive. Now, another point is that in this world of cyber zombies, install a world-class morning routine into your personal and professional life. Resist any form of distraction. What should be the first thing in the morning that you should do, other than visiting social media, scrolling through social media, catching up on the latest updates? What are the most important things, or the more important things, that you can invest your time and your energy in than going through social media? Exactly. Many of us are so addicted to our phone's technology. It's the first thing in the morning and then the last thing at night. This was even a statement made by the entrepreneur in chapter 4, where she confessed that that was one of her struggles in life as a business person, that technology was the first thing that she was waking up to. She was always scrolling through her phone. And then the advice came in that you have to install a morning routine. Your mornings should be one of the things that you value a lot. Right? It doesn't even have to be 5 a.m. Whatever time it is, it could be 6 a.m., it could be 4:30 a.m. Just ensure that you have something that is important, that nobody and nothing can distract you from doing those things at that particular time. Right? By 4 a.m., everybody is still asleep. There are things that you can get done in the morning when you wake up. So the tip I would say you should do is that look for one major thing. There should be one particular thing that you really, really want to do. Set to do those things, or that thing, basically in the morning. Okay? Yeah. So I think those are the 6 aspects. The other aspects that I have right here are just quotes from the chapter that I find to be very reasonable and very okay. So I think I should share the quotes with you guys. The first one is, the part of you that clings to fear must experience a sort of crucifixion, so that the portion of you that deserves high honor undergoes a kind of reincarnation. The second quote is, to find your best self, you must lose your weak self. The third quote is, the soreness of growth is so much less expensive than the devastating cost of regrets. Now, I won't really explain what this quote means, but if you can take notes of them, you can do the whole thinking by yourself. The next one is, all change is hard at first. No change comes easily. Okay? It's hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. So in a world that seeks to keep you down, build yourself up. So guys, in conclusion, your life is no joke, so don't take it with levity. In this generation, you can't afford to not grow. You can't remain static. Cease to be less of a complainant and more of a problem solver. So basically, we have come to the end of this whole thing. I had it written right here, and then you have the notes and the points. So we are not just reading, we are also deep reading. So that is for chapter 4. Chapter 5 and chapter 6 really don't have any points that I can give you guys. Maybe just quotes, but what happened in those 2 chapters? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.